Hey everybody, I'm Amber.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're
Witches Talking Tarot.
And today we are going to talk about a really fun subject. We're going to talk about carrion eaters, because you know what? It's spooky season, but the natural world goes through this transition with death in this season and in all seasons. And carrion eaters are a big part of that. So what do we mean when we say carrion eaters? Well, they eat dead things. Carrion is dead flesh.
They carrion diseases.
They do.
No, they really do though.
Yeah, vultures are cool because they're necessary for the natural world and this process of things that die need to decompose and break down, because if they just sat there, they would fester with diseases, so it makes sense.
No, you are absolutely right. They are so good for the environment as well. But I have to ask a question. This is going to sound crazy. Has anyone ever eaten a vulture? You eat turkeys, but vultures are big as shit.
I would imagine if you lived somewhere that vultures were, even though they eat dead things, as long as
you cook it.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like you would gut it just like you would any other bird, right? Like birds, we don't eat them with the organs inside. And I mean, as far as I know, we haven't for quite some time now, unless you bake 4 and 20 blackbirds into a pie. I did always wonder about that.
Well, my thought is
no joke. I really always did wonder about that.
You do if you forget to pull the bag out.
Right. But that's why they're like in a bag, so you can pull them out and do other things with the organs. Because like you can eat organ meat. Back when I could still eat meat, fried chicken livers was God. It was one of my favorite things. Like
amazing.
So good. Like I would drive, to Mom's down in Houston. And I'd get there at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, whatever. But she'd know what time to expect me. So when I'd get there, she'd be frying up chicken livers and onions, and we'd have like a late night snack. Hell yeah!
Oh my God!
So good. My mouth is watering.
Put that on a cracker.
I miss it so much. I would put it on anything. I love chicken livers and onions, y'all.
Well,
so I guess technically, I'm so sorry. Are we carrion eaters? Because we do not eat live things. I think technically we are carrion eaters, guys. Even though we don't pick the carcass clean
but we do eat it cooked. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
But our ancestors, like one theory that I read about why our brains got so big is, our ancestors, after they came down out of the trees, would watch for like big game to be taken down by like a pack of wolves or some other kind of predator. And then when they'd leave the carcass, we'd go over and we'd like suck the marrow out of bones and take what strips of flesh were left.
Good God.
Which is what carrion eaters do.
I don't know. I've never heard that. I always heard that us hunting and cooking our food is kind of what puts the difference between us and the animal kingdom, right?
Well, I'm talking about, like, in our evolutionary stage, how we were able to become people that cooked things.
And
it took a long time before we started cooking because we didn't master the art of fire until, I don't know when, but we were humanoids or humanids or hominids before we were fire users, to my knowledge.
Homo sapiens?
Well,
the Neanderthals?
I don't know if we were, by the time we were Homo sapiens, were we already using fire? I have no idea.
Maybe, is that what separates a Neanderthal from
use Homo sapien? I don't think so. I think a lot of it has to do with the way our heads are shaped. And there's a lot of crossover, like when people's DNA, like I read about it sometimes that
oh yeah.
There was enough crossover that like, are the Neanderthals completely extinct because some of their descendants live?
I've met a couple.
Yeah, Missing Link had a crush on me in high school.
Oh my God, that's mean.
You know what? He wrote some shit about me on a bathroom wall in a men's room. So
oh my god, guys, let me tell you this real quick. This is so...
It was untrue,
confession time. You say that. This is a confession time. I wrote something about someone on a wall. But, like, it wasn't horrible. It was something obviously stupid. I think it was, like, smells shoes or something dumb, right? Tell me why the next period somebody runs up to me and goes, oh my god, do you know so-and-so? I'm like, yeah. I read that they smelled shoes, and I was like, it worked. It was a giant experiment. I was just like, would anybody read this and notice this? They did.
That's I don't. So funny.
Yeah. So, did that once, never again, and it was nothing. It was something so stupid. Amber, were you a bully?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, I thought you were about to confess to writing something on the wall. Okay.
No.
I thought that's what you were getting.
I was trying to find a delicate way to be like, no, it was quite personal. Somebody I knew had shared
so
the information. Yeah, it was. You know, back then I was mortified.
Yeah.
That people would know this about my lady bits. But
are you gonna share?
No.
Oh. Tell the world.
No.
Reclaim.
No. So I guess it was true, but it was very private.
That's
it was
so
just like
mean.
Think birthmark in sensitive area, you know.
Oh,
and it
okay.
was written on the wall in a men's room in a gas station not far from our house.
Not even high school? Damn.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah. It was. I was like, damn, and like, obviously, my girlfriend had to be the one that told them because she was the only one that knew. Yeah. Like, man, it's the same girlfriend that like tried to murder me. Though.
I hate bullies.
I think she's worse than a bully, but that's just because, like, she plotted my murder. It has been over 20 years. Still salty, though. Still salty. I think you're like that, though, when you know someone plotted to murder you. Like, when you really think about it. Yeah, like, I don't think about it much, but as an adult, I think about it more and more, and I'm just like, I watch Lifetime shows about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, But anyway, so I would have had plenty of, like, the insect and worm carrion eaters taking care of me in that situation. So,
okay, like, so from what I read, and maybe I'm wrong, the insect and worms are the second part. Okay, so the first part we've come in with the vultures. Oh, well, yeah, but they're... Are you putting them in this category? Because those are decomposers.
I guess, yeah, I was putting them in this category. Because, like, there's the carrion beetle. And maybe it's only certain insects because that are like carrion eaters. Because there are carrion eater beetle, like, literally they're called the carrion eater beetle. And then there's a lot of wasps. Or there's, maybe not a lot of wasps, but, like, wasp and bee and some other, like, there's 3 specific stinging insects that I'm aware of that are specifically carrion eaters. They eat the dead flesh, like, of the animal that's been killed. No, I totally get it. I have that happen all the time.
I'm dealing with my allergies right now.
Hot surgeon was in line right in front of me, and I inhaled dust, and I was like, and I started choking in line at Aldi, and my eye was just running. And this man was like...
He's like, I'm not a carrion eater.
Yeah, he was like, take your illness, your disease away from me. Oh my God, I was humiliated.
Oh my God, that sucks. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. But the carrion eaters are not embarrassed because, like, in the ocean, so I was curious, like, who the carrion eaters in the ocean are, but... so sharks are carrion eaters of the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so are lobsters and crabs, which makes perfect sense.
That makes absolute sense. Lobsters, crabs. I feel like there was another shrimp.
Punchy. Yes, shrimp. Yes, yes. Yeah. They're all little. They'd be down there just like feasting, and that makes total sense. It makes total sense. I'm not surprised sharks though, because like we see in the horror movies all the time. Like, oh my God, have you ever seen the movie that they made about that awful incident in World War II when the ship went down?
Yep.
and all those men were in the ocean for like 3
Nicolas
days.
Cage. Yep. Oh my god, I love that story. I hate that story.
I hate that story, but
hate that it's real. Love that movie.
Real. Love that movie. White sharks now are attracted to the smell of our engines and water because usually that means
stories.
that there's a lot of people to eat.
Yeah, like that one. What the thing that got me the most fucked up about that one?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be like
when the people would die, they would like die. They would toss the dead bodies to the sharks.
Yeah.
To distract them. Of course, they would try and like get their like dog tags or whatever, but like they can only hold so much.
Well, also, like we said, the dead bring disease. Like, having the dead there, seagulls are going to be coming down constantly, right? Which is going to attract the sharks because they're going to see that movement up above.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to attract other animals in the water that are attracted to
the smell of death. Sharks eat whales, don't they? Dead whales.
Dead whales, yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I love a good video of a shark eating a dead whale, the evil look in their eyes. Sharks are my favorite animals. I love all videos of sharks.
I love sharks, but they got the dead eyes. Like
they do.
They have those dead black eyes,
these
like snakes and shit.
Oh yeah, they do, and it's like it's not even a dead eye to me. It's a straight up I want to kill you,
my
psychotic dude. Yeah. Seriously, I'm over here guys. Like I don't want to pause the recording.
Yeah,
I may have to run to blow my
I'm like my nose is like itchy, like
it's evening.
Sorry, y'all.
Check out our next episode.
We're gonna be talking about weather's changing and allergies
and how to take care of allergies. Yes. I need to go sniff some more of your rosemary essential oil. That should open my way.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna grab my headache oil and you can sniff that real quick.
Oh, please, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's right here.
My eyes started watering. I'm over here like. We went on a walk.
Do not get this in your eye.
Oh, fuck no.
It's got the mint and the pepper. It's so good. It's so good, honestly.
Oh, that is good for clearing the way.
Yeah.
And is this going to be on your Etsy?
I think it is on my Etsy.
It is? Okay, so what I'm smelling right now is Amber's headache oil. And it's so good for the sinuses as well. What's in this? Wintergreen.
It's got wintergreen. It's got peppermint. It's got basil. It's got cajeput oil and turmeric.
Y'all hear that difference?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, like, I literally dabbed some, like, right here after I made it. And I was like, damn. Because, like, when I made it, I was still trying to clear out all that gunk from getting that chest infection.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, like, it's nice. It's just...
Is there rosemary in this or no?
I don't think my headache oil has rosemary in it. I know it's got basil and grapefruit because they both, like, help loosen up things.
I can fucking breathe.
It might have rosemary. It's got different green.
That shit was amazing. And that's on your Etsy, which is ambersthecolor.etsy.com.
Amber is the color 42 because somebody doesn't sell stuff. No, she beat me to it. That's all. Do you want one more?
A little more. Yeah, I need another hit. Hold on.
Right? It is nice, though. It kind of calmed down. My nose was doing that, like, twitchy thing. Yeah, it calmed down. I guess we can talk about this more next episode.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Just leave it right here.
But anyway, as for, like, sharks, I do love a good shark video. They are my favorite.
Well, and Corey and I, some of our favorite horror movies to watch together is a good shark
Hell yeah, they're my favorite, too. My husband hates them.
Like, we've watched that, and it's not a horror movie, but it is. We've watched that World War II one with Nick Cage. Like,
it's great.
At least, yeah, it's so good.
There's another movie with Nick Cage, I think, that's a World War II movie. It's about the Code Talkers. I think it's literally called Code Talkers.
Code Talkers, yeah.
That one was fucking sad.
Yeah, actually, that's one I...
All of them are sad, I guess.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Vietnam movies. I do love me, like, some dead presidents.
God damn,
dead presidents, yeah.
I really want to see 1913. Is it 1913 or 1914? World War One. The trenches.
Ooh,
they're in the trenches.
That movie so
much. You watched it? 1913. Is it sad? Obviously,
it killed me.
You watched it?
Yeah.
He's in the trenches, isn't he? And he has to get from like one place to another to send a message.
Oh, it was so bad. Oh
it
God, I don't even know
sad?
if I watched the whole thing. It's awful. Oh, yeah.
I'm not really a fan of war movies, if I'm being honest.
We watch a lot of war movies. I grew up watching war movies. My dad likes them. Corey likes them. I watch a fair bit. That one was rough. And I mean, like, I watch like some really like sad movies, like war movies. Like there's the movie about the people that like they escape the gulag or whatever in Siberia. And like, oh my God, they like walk all the way to like India, and it's heartbreaking, heartbreaking. And I still, I've watched that like twice. Like I said, I'm not even sure if I could. I think maybe it's 1918. Is it called 1918? Maybe
1918 was the year of the Spanish influenza. Was there a war going on during 1918? And you know how I know that? 1918 is the year Edward Cullen was turned into a vampire after he almost died from the Spanish influenza.
I feel like World War I was going on during 1918. I feel like my great uncle or grandfather, whoever that was, we have his enlistment papers, and I want to say, I don't remember the year. Was it already over by 19? I don't know. I'm just trying to remember the movie name. Anyway, either way, that movie.
You know what's
It was too much. My heart couldn't take it. I can't remember I watched it all the way through or not. Like, now I'm bothered and I have to, like,
You know
I can't remember.
what eats dead things?
What?
Pigs and hogs.
They do.
They will eat each other.
Hannibal.
They will eat each other.
Have you ever seen Hannibal? Like,
no.
It's the second Hannibal Lecter movie. It's after Silence of the Lambs.
No.
Well, like, one of Hannibal's early victims.
Uh-huh.
There's spoilers, but like,
did he feed him to hogs?
He had these huge, like, scary ass pigs, like huge scary pigs that he was training how like to eat people because he was gonna have he was gonna feed Hannibal Lecter to it. Yeah, and that movie was made like I don't know at least 20 years ago,
unfortunately
so
have the real life experience of pigs eating dead things, not people.
I might vomit.
Unfortunately, my
neighbors. Hey, they're important to them.
Listen, I grew up next to a farm. Went out there. Pigs had a bunch of babies. Babies didn't last long. And then pigs were eating their baby. And the baby, it was one baby specifically, and I think what happened was the baby died and they ate it. Because pigs are fucking disgusting.
Hamsters do that too with their dead babies.
Like, well, I say pigs are fucking disgusting, but also, like, a lot of people think scavengers are disgusting. A lot of people think vultures are disgusting. Raccoons are considered these type of scavengers.
You know, and it's so funny because, like, we talk about carrion eaters. Some of people's, like, favorite animals, or they call, like, their spirit animals, are carrion. Like, foxes, bears, wolves, all carrion eaters.
Hyenas.
Hyenas.
Dude, fuck a hyena, though.
Eagles are our fucking national bird or whatever. They're carrion eaters.
Of course they are. They're basically like, they're like vultures.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, for real, fuck hyenas because they suck and I don't even have to fucking elaborate, I don't think. Like,
I think they're cute.
Dude, they are so crazy insane. They will, like, eat anything.
But us crazy things that maybe it's because I am a crazy thing as well. Like I do empathize with the crazy things out there.
They will eat anything. Anything. They will kill a grown ass lion. I don't like hyenas. I'm gonna put them in the same label with me as orcas. They're just mean.
See, to me, but they're survivors. Think
sure
about it like this.
Suck.
Okay, hyenas live amongst some of the world's top predators. Lions, fucking leopards, fucking cheetahs. Like, top-ass predators. Hyenas gotta take what they can get. Do not get drunk and fall asleep outside anywhere that hyenas or jackals exist. They will drag you out of your fucking camp and eat you.
Okay, so here's my take on why I hate hyenas so much. fuck hyenas. They
Lion
laugh
King.
at you when they do it. Like, that's just evil.
I'm sorry. I thought you were
Like-
gonna laugh when I said Lion King.
Oh, yeah, that too. No, okay, I can totally forgive a lion for eating you. A lion's gonna eat you because that's what lions do. A hyena's gonna go, this bitch. This is personal. Fuck that.
I don't think it's personal for them.
They're like, what a loser.
I bet there's
What
a myth. I can't wait till we do our episode with hyenas.
Me
actually,
too. Hyenas
because
and jackals
I
would be
bet-
good to go together.
Yeah, they will. Because like, there's got to be a myth out there about why they laugh.
Oh, sure.
There has to be. There has to be a lot of myths about
hyenas
their laughter,
to me remind me very much of coyotes here. So, like, because I know that when you're, like, in Africa, you can hear them being like, dude, fuck hyenas. But here, you can hear the coyotes making their little howling noise. So, to
Yeah.
me, it's very similar.
I love that show about the people that own animals they should not own because they'll kill them.
Please don't
And
tell me the
one of-
fucking hyena ate somebody.
No, well,
I
so
saw
this
that.
guy, he wanted to be a vet and all this, and he wanted to like have his own like wild animal reserve or whatever, right? And he ends up getting a baby hyena. And it's so cute.
No, it's an evil.
It is. Don't get one. Don't get one. Don't get one. But this is why, like, I no longer see them as just like awful because, like, the baby was so cute.
My son.
Until like he realized like this is way too much, and then like the hyena like broke his motherfucking arm when he was trying to put it in a crate to like get it out of his apartment.
Oh my god.
Because like wherever he lived had passed a law like. Just take it somewhere and like you won't get any charges pressed against you, but like somebody else will take care of this wild animal, you know. And it was so cute. I don't even remember his name anymore. It was just like
Ryan.
It humanized them in a way. Like it was no longer just the bad guys from The Lion King. You know what I mean?
My son has a baby hyena stuffed animal he got from the
that.
zoo,
I
and
love
he's
that.
carried it around
love
all
that.
day today. If
I
he's
love that
asleep
so
with it, I
much.
will take a picture and send it to you.
I love
And Bryson goes, "What's his name?" And he goes, "Willie." Where the fuck did that come from? I have no idea. But I mean, he's carrying it like this all day. He picked up a piece of bread and was feeding him the bread. So I'm very curious to see on if he has gone to sleep with this hyena.
That.
Does he know it's a hyena? No, he's calling it a puppy.
Yeah,
So like, but still.
No,
I don't like
love
hyenas.
that.
I saw an episode of Law & Order SVU where someone owed the mob money, so what did they do? They locked him in a room with like 3 hyenas, and the hyenas ate his ass.
Of course they did. There's an episode of Buffy which I watched because Dustin from the Rewatch Recap encouraged me to, and I love the movie Buffy.
I love the movie.
I love the movie,
Couldn't
and the
get
show's
into the
good.
show.
I like the show better than I did as a teenager, but that's for sure. I just haven't gotten like very far into it. I like watch a couple episodes at a time, you know. But like Corey might make fun of me a little bit when it's on. Anyway, there's one episode in the first season where like these magical hyenas got brought over from like Africa or whatever, and they like possess this group of teenagers.
Oh my god!
Who then proceed to act like jackass laughing hyenas, like teasing people and shit.
They do. I'm telling you. Like, it's just a hyena.
Perfect.
I feel their soul.
It was perfect.
It is mean. They are bullies. That's the vibe.
Mm.
Maybe that's my trauma. And like,
Dingo
it's
like my
laughing at
baby.
me.
So we should do hyenas, jackals, and dingoes.
I've seen pictures of dingoes, and I'll tell you what,
so
they look
cute.
soft. They look like dogs.
Hyenas they look soft and look like hunchback dogs, which makes me love them even more because Hunchback and Notre Dame. Like they're like underdogs. I don't know why. I'm drawn to the things that like are a little off and wacky, I think. Cuz like growing up, my favorite thing was a fucking woolly mammoth. Like and like the Ice Age movies hadn't come out yet. Like I don't even know how I knew about woolly mammoths. You know what I mean?
Them. They're the best.
And I got gators outside my house because I love gators. They're the best. I don't know. It's just and spiders everywhere now. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's just I don't know. I feel for them somehow.
So, with these things, these Death Eaters, we're
Mhm.
often told to stay away from these things because they carry diseases, and they do.
And most of them will eat something alive if they
Absolutely.
can,
Absolutely.
Because like crows and ravens, they're carrion eaters, but they will also 100% pick up something live if they're capable of it. They're just most of these are carrion eaters because they're opportunistic.
Yes, exactly. They're
but
very
they're-
trickster energy.
But they're good for the world. They're good
They
for
are.
the environment.
We need
They bring
them.
balance. So I'm like, is the trickster energy bad? It brings balance.
No, and then that's the thing, like, we need these things, okay? If we didn't have these things, then there would be so many dead bodies and carcasses. I don't think people
Right.
understand
I don't
how
think they do
many.
how important these
They
things
are literally a part of the natural. I'm gonna say natural decomp process
Yeah,
because after
absolutely.
after they eat, that's when the worms and the
And-
bugs and everything
mushrooms
else
start
takes.
coming in.
Yes,
Right.
and they take over and they finish the decomp process.
Right.
So
Because like you got to break down a little bit because like
yeah.
there's so much like there's probably so much like wet matter so to
Right.
speak that these other smaller creatures can't deal with, but the big creatures can easily take care of and digest and all that. Because like a mushroom likes a moist environment, but most mushrooms don't grow in the swamp because they need a place for the mycelium to, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Do you guys know what I'm saying? What carrion eaters do you ever think about? Do you think about carrion eaters? I'm curious because I do. Maybe that's weird, but
not with your job. I don't think.
Yeah.
You drive, so you see a lot of dead things on the side of the road.
I do.
Which are often there's carrion eaters around there.
But as a death
times.
witch, also I like there's a whole lot of the other side of things, and so I pay a lot of attention to that process of transitioning from life to death. And carrion eaters in the natural scope of things are a huge part of that because, sky burials used to be the funerals that Zoroastrians had, and that's the birds that come down and they pick the carcass clean.
Fucking gross. I mean, I say that
I don't want to be buried.
I had to do my vocal stem when I did that.
Right.
Fucking gross. And I say that in the sense that I don't want to watch my loved one's eye get plucked out by a bird. That sounds fucking traumatic as shit. Yeah,
they'd be placed up there at very high altitude on the top of like a bare open rock, like outpost, whatever. And then that was like, and
I think I would prefer. I think I would prefer the worms. If I'm being honest with you.
I would prefer not. Yeah, I just don't want to be buried. I am a little claustrophobic. I don't want to.
I haven't decided, and I guess I need to. It's very important to talk about it. I'm scared about cremation. What if I feel it?
Right?
And then they're like, no, you won't.
Fucking Scrooged. Shameless pitch for my book coming out. But fucking Scrooged, that Christmas Carol version where he wakes up in the coffin being cremated.
That's
can't do it.
Maybe that's why I'm scared of cremation because that sounds very familiar, and that's my that's my fear.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a Tales from the Crypt episode like that too, except he doesn't end up getting cremated. They like stop him just in time. But like either way, terrible fear of mine. Can't do it. Don't want to be buried.
It's really, really hot.
I want water or air.
I don't think it's like. I don't think it's a situation where it's like you burn slowly. I'm pretty sure it gets so hot you like. We're talking like
almost spontaneous human combustion, which I would really
Terminator
love to do an episode about this winter. I think that would be fun because like I remember growing up in the 90s. Spontaneous human combustion was talked about all over the place.
Yeah, just randomly.
Just all over the place. And now you never hear about it. Like, what the fuck?
I think it's true, but I think it turned into an urban lore.
Yeah, but no, it's totally a thing. Like,
it's totally a thing. Yeah, I think people just ran with it.
Yeah.
But, water's cool. I like a water burial. You can actually do that in the ocean. You can, they drill holes in the coffin. And it's a biodegradable coffin, and then they'll dump your ass in there, and then you.
Can't you just put my body in the water?
Like, no, you can't do that. That's illegal.
Why? Why does there have to be a box that somebody pays for?
Because unfortunately nowadays
capitalism.
Well, and then I don't know if you have to be embalmed, but they do insist on it. Like, I don't think
you're putting chemicals in the ocean.
Yeah,
they don't get it.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have to anymore or it not.
I hate that.
I think, but the problem is, like, if you don't get embalmed, you have 3 days to chuck that bitch in the fucking hay. Because, like, that's when the rotting process starts. So,
Yup.
like, a lot of people like the embalming process because they're like, oh, well, that gives us a week to plan the funeral. Which is kind of selfish.
Right, but also, like, pre-Civil War, embalming, like, almost never happened.
Yeah.
Embalming became popular during the Civil War because then they could, like, ship the body back to where that soldier came from for burial. Which before had never really
got to mention this, by the way. This is a story my grandmother has told me like 3 times because I think maybe it's a little traumatic for her. But this is important, so lesson learned for y'all. My grandmother had a horse, and unfortunately the horse got very sick and had to be put down. They put the horse down, didn't dig a hole big enough to put a horse in. Who does that? Anyway, so what they do is they take it out into the woods, right? They went out to check on it. All of their dogs were dead. Owls were dead. Vultures were dead. We're talking like 20 dead animals surrounding this horse. When you euthanize an animal, it must be buried. Because
everybody got poisoned.
Whatever eats the dead, yep. And their own pets died. Like, their own dog. Like, one dog had puppies. Like, she said one dog had like 6 puppies. And they called, they were like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, I didn't realize this was a thing. And the vet was like, yeah, it's definitely a thing. Even with cattle, like cows, if you're going to euthanize a cow because it's sick, you gotta dig that hole. It doesn't sound fun. It's gotta be a deep, deep hole. They will all die. That's also why it's not a good thing to use rat poison or other things like that, because we are killing the Death Eaters, and they're very important to the fucking. They're very important. But yes, so if you get an animal euthanized, a dog, a cat, I don't know what the fuck else you would get euthanized, please make sure to bury it, dispose of it properly, because you can accidentally create a whole fucking chain reaction with the Death Eaters.
Yeah. And further down the line too, because, you know, eventually other things are going to come up and start trying to nibble on that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So. I think it's something that, like, thankfully now I think we know a little. We know a little bit more, because I believe this happened in the 70s, right? Before then, people were kind of just shooting the animals.
People didn't know. They didn't care about the environment. I don't know where. I do know where the disc, but that's not this episode.
It's definitely trauma on my grandmother's part. Like, so upset. She said her dad, my great-grandfather, was devastated. It killed his dog. You know what I mean? Everybody, the whole family was devastated. And he said he should have just shot the fucking horse. And he probably should have.
Right.
Truthfully.
Well, and what I mean is, like, the humanity disconnect where, like, somehow we thought pumping, like, we could just make all this stuff that resulted in all these chemicals that could just be put in the natural bodies of water and shit. Like, where that happened, where that disconnect happened, I do know. Like I said, that's not this episode, but, like, I wasn't talking specifically about. Oh, no,
I'm sighing because I'm like, it's sad. No, I didn't take it that way at all.
You know, there was a time where man
society itself has done this.
Oh yeah, and it's from a flawed thought process that all of this was given to man to do with what he wishes, not that we are supposed to be good stewards of it all. And, you know, just that piece of lack of understanding has resulted in the ruination of so much life on this planet.
It has,
including our own.
It's sad.
Which I think is a great place to, like, ease into the next step, unless you have more to say about carrion eaters.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, it's really sad. We just need to be aware with what we're putting out into the environment because scavengers scavenge. And that's what we're doing a whole episode on.
They're a huge
and
part
I
of the
truly
environment
had
that
no
we
idea.
live in.
I truly had no idea in terms of euthanasia. Like, it makes obvious sense.
Oh, yeah, I've thought about it. I cannot say.
But what is that doing to the
look on my face had to do with, I have long had that thought.
Oh, it's
Again,
true.
it's something I do think about.
Well,
I
and
think
what does it do
the
to the worms
of me
and to
as a
the
death
bugs
witch,
and to the,
exactly.
so
That
they
is
say
the thoughts
bury
that
it.
I've had.
They say bury it, but it's still affecting.
Where is it? Yes, exactly. And that's where, like, those things as a whole, because it's like, I've had this thought about, like, the man-made chemicals that can cause death versus natural things like belladonna or a pennyroyal overdose. Like, how did those things affect the Death Eaters like the man-made chemicals?
That's very interesting. I'm very curious.
Yeah, and I wonder if they've ever done studies on that. It's something
probably
I want to look into.
Because they don't do studies on herbs.
Probably not, but it's something to look into because I am curious about how.
Now I do know like a snake bite. Unfortunately, I saw a video. A zebra gets bitten by like a black something snake.
Black mamba.
Yes,
perhaps it's like one of the.
Yes, exactly. Snakes. Okay, so a lion eats that dead body.
Mm-hmm.
The lion's gonna fucking die because that poison is still in there. So I don't know if herbs have that similar effect too. That is snake poison versus.
But I mean, like, also the belladonna would kill the lion just like it kills the zebra. So you would think if it's in the meat, it would
there's
work
a little bit more, I think, because there's digestion
happening, right? Versus
but
venom
I don't
that
know.
was injected into the
bloodstream
system or bloodstream, right? These are all, like, they're interesting questions. Not necessarily the point, like, point of this episode, but they're definitely parts of it because it comes into play with carrion eaters and death and the cause of death, right? Because we know for a fact some things, which lead to question the other things, which we didn't, But it is something I have thought about and I've meant to look into. I didn't think about it coming up for this episode, or I would have finally, had the reason to look it up and not look weird in my search history.
It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. My heart is broken because she's told me this story like 3 times. She's thought about it for some reason. And I can tell it just really fucks her up. And she was like,
well, yeah, because you didn't mean to cause that.
You lose your pet horse anyway because it's fucking, like, seriously sick. So you're losing one fucking pet.
Right.
And then to end up losing more pets. And not just pets, but I think that, like, a fox and, like, the vultures, It was just complete, utter destruction, and it was fucking awful. And it was awful. And
if you care about nature or the rhythms of life, like, that is a huge amount of loss of life. And then to feel responsible for, even accidentally.
Exactly.
Which, like, accidentally is the worst because, like, if you intended it, well, then that's what you intended. You know what I mean? But accidentally, well, that sucks.
So it's fucking awful. It's just, it just breaks my fucking heart. Breaks my heart for my great grandfather for being so devastated. Like, learn the hard way. And it's one of those things that's just so fucking sad. But don't learn the hard way. If you do something with your dead, like euthanasia, because a pet is sick or very old.
Cremation might be the best way to go so that,
after euthanasia? Okay.
Yeah, because then the ashes won't poison the earth and they won't poison the worms.
Right.
There's no chance that another living being will be negatively affected. Like, because burial, like you said, there will be insects and worms and other things in the ground that could be affected.
I have no idea how those are affected. I haven't done any research on those, but how can it not be?
How can it not be? Yeah, because, I mean, we know that if you consume poison flesh, you will become poisoned.
Yeah.
I.e., those creatures are the same. They will consume that, move however far away they get, and die.
Yep.
And
on
then
that
they will become fodder for the next carrion eater.
I think this episode has died. Maybe that was stupid, but wahaha.
No.
Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And actually, why don't you give us a comment on what your favorite scavenger is?
Yes.
Do you like raccoons? I think I'm going to go with foxes this round. But I do love a good vulture.
My favorite carrion eater. Honestly, because I learned about them a couple years ago, I'm going to go with the hornets that
Really?
eat carrion because I was so shocked that there were hornets that
I know exactly what you're talking about. Fuck a hornet. No offense.
No, like
I'm just kidding.
But also, like, it makes so much sense to me. They're like awful creatures.
No.
Of course, they eat.
No, you are absolutely right. I'm just kidding. However, I have seen the videos of those big ass hornets that are like terrifying.
Yeah, so fucking terrifying.
Oh my god.
But also makes sense to me because they're Death Eaters.
No, you're absolutely right.
I do,
because all of the animals that we have listed have negative connotations with them because for so long we've associated them with death.
Right.
Me with the hornets. Okay, I will apologize about the hornets. I was just kidding.
Have to.
I'm not going to apologize about the hyenas. They are dicks. They are dicks.
No, but it's okay. You don't have to. That's okay. Like, I have an affection for them somehow, and like, even I find that strange.
All right, you can find us on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram at Witches Talking Tarot.
You can find us on the X at Classiest Witches because we are the classiest witches you know. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/Witches Talking Tarot and support these witches for as little as $6 a month. So in the meantime,
thanks for sitting with us for the spell.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks for sitting with us for a spell.
Yeah.
That's okay.